Well, hey guys, Silly Tuck here, and welcome back to an episode of ECW Extreme Championship Wrestling. This is our television special for the month of August, 1998. This is ECW Hostile City Showdown. I think historically, Hostile City Showdown was held in... It was in LA, wasn't it? Because XPW ran the West Coast, and so ECW held a show on their territory, and that's why it's Hostile City. But I might be wrong. But I think historically it's held in LA. But we're sticking in New York this year. You know what I mean? Just trying to build that. I think I've talked about this before, what my plans are. Stick in New York for the rest of the year. Get our pop probably to 50-ish. Maybe 50 plus. And then probably go... Let me look here. Probably New England or Southeast. Probably Southeast, because I think our reach is bigger there. While still running shows in the tri-state, kind of flipping back and forth. But we got to get profitable. It's going to be weird, okay? It's going to be weird to try to expand but remain profitable. We might run... the occasional thing out somewhere. I'm not too sure what I want to do right now, but our popularity is rising in other places while we continue to become more and more popular in the tri-state, so I think we're just going to kind of keep things where they are for now. Yeah, without further ado, I've already told you guys we're in Hammerstein, so let's just run the show. Tonight, our main event is the big rematch. It's going to be a tables match, like I... kind of established last episode, between the franchise and Shane Douglas and Sabu, the suicidal, genocidal, homicidal, the something else-icidal, pesticidal maniac. And they're facing off in the tables match to try to conclude their feud after Douglas just refused to admit defeat last time, even though Sabu did beat him. And then we also have the start of the Best of 5 series between the Stormtroopers, Lance Storm, and Chris Candido, and the Hardy brothers, Jeff and Matt. So without further ado, let's run the show. We're kicking things off the way we always kick things off. It's the Paul Heyman intro video highlighting tonight's 2 matches. We're only doing... Actually, we do have a third match tonight, but it's kind of just a cool down, if that makes any sense. So I don't really need to hype it up at all. But he hypes up our 2 big important matches tonight. The main event between Sabu and Shane Douglas, which is a tables match. And the Hardy Brothers versus the Stormtroopers. And without further ado, the Imperial March hits. Lance Storm and Chris Candido make their way down to the ring. I like to think that, like, Candido's got a Stormtrooper helmet on, and Lance Storm super kicks it off his head. I don't know. I just think that'd be kind of cool to walk out to. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a giant fucking mark, but I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I always like to think that with their entrances, Candido walks out with the Stormtrooper helmet on, just cause. Why not? But yeah, anyways, here we go. The first of the Best of 5 series. Whoever wins this has a definite advantage going into the second match, and forward. You know, it's best of 5, so really we could only need 3. I might have said best of 7, but it's best of 5. Best of 5. I'll clear that up. You only really need 3 matches if somebody swept the other. But we'll see what happens. It's a 65C. Very, very, very good, everyone. Excellent. And about that, had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. The Hardy brothers pull off the upset as they shock the Stormtroopers, pick up the victory when Jeff defeated Lance Storm by pinfall with an Omega event. The Hardy Boys are up 1-0 on the more established Stormtroopers. They've shocked them. They've come out of the woodwork, out of nowhere, with their high-paced, high-energy, suicidal, devil-may-care, insane, high-flying offense. They don't give a damn about their own bodies or their opponents' bodies. They'll do whatever it takes. And it's one hell of a tag team bout to open us up, and I'm very, very, very happy with it. Jeff improves, and so does Lance. that literally looks like they're learning from each other. Lance learns kind of more performance type stuff, while Jeff learns to be more technical from Lance. That's pretty cool in my book. Yeah, without further ado, let's move forward. We go backstage and we see Lance and Candido with Dawn Marie after their defeat. And it's the triple threat leader, Shane Douglas. You know, these guys have kind of been off on their own campaigns over the past little bit. Not really much interaction between the two of them, but Douglas says, "It's all right, boys. Don't worry. You'll get them next time. You'll get them next time. Right?" And Candido's like, "Oh, Shane, don't even worry about it, okay? We got this. We got this. All right, me, Lance, and Don, we've got this. We're going to become number one contenders, and we'll be tag team champions before you even know it. But tonight, Shane, it's you now, isn't it?" Shane says, "That's right, boys. It is up to me to end the insanity. It is up to me to put this creature out of his misery, put him through a table, because I am the franchise." Shane Douglas, and I will not be beaten by an animal who barely even knows his own name. An animal who needs to be led to the ring by a whistle-tweeting former referee loser dude. Put that on a shirt, former referee loser dude. And that's because I am this company. The past of this company, the present of this company, and the future of this company all lie with me. So I'll see you boys in a bit. And Shane leaves and prepares for the main event, which is not next. Up next, actually, we have that cool-down match. It is just a match to kind of show off this new alliance between Bam Bam and the Incredibly Awesome Alliance, Incredibly Awesome, whatever the hell you want to call them, and they just beat down Chris Chetty, Danny Doring, and Amish Roadkill. Just destroy them. It's like 2 minutes long. Mike Awesome just tags in. Basically, everybody gets their shit in. Bam Bam's just an animal, destroys some dudes with a new mean streak. Incredible uses his offense, hits a super kick or two, and then finally he tags in Mike Awesome, and Chetty runs at him, and Awesome just... I'd like to point out, Awesome spalsh. God damn it, mod. I will have to fix that at some point. But literally, he just picks him up, drops him with like a spine buster or something, goes up to the top rope and just hits him with a giant splash from the 7-footer, lays out Chetty cover, 1, 2, 3, no doubt about it. It's what they do. If you have any finisher ideas for... if you have any ideas of what the Omega event could be, actually, I don't know what the Omega event is. I'll actually have to look that up. But when I do, I will start to, incorporate it more. Kind of do something like I did there with it, just kind of describe the finish. But in general, just a total showing of dominance for Bam Bam and Incredibly Awesome. Sabu makes his way to the ring. He's fucking crazy. He's fucking mad. He doesn't give a damn. He's fucking crazy. But yeah, he makes his way down to the ring. In our main event, it's a 72 B-, and Sabu defeats Shane Douglas when Shane Douglas was put through a table. So this fight goes all over the arena. It's those matches in ECW that you hear about, you know what I mean? Where people go all over the arena. There's crazy-ass spots. Douglas at one point throws Sabu from one set of stairs onto the concrete on another set of stairs. Like, there's like a path that you imagine, right? Where, they'd walk through, and he lifts him up and just tosses him off. And Douglas looks to put Sabu through a table. He lines him up, and he's ready to hit him with that belly-to-belly suplex to put him through it. And he grabs him, but Sabu ducks underneath and battles out of it. And there's a little bit more back and forth for a little while until finally the two get up on, a balcony. That's not going to end well when I say a balcony. A balcony of Hammerstein Ballroom. And Sabu delivers a Hurricane Rana where Douglas flies from the balcony to ringside. Like, do you know how far that is? Douglas leaps that far, just hits the table, like, just hits the table. Like, Jesus Christ, that was risky. I don't really want to know if that's remotely realistic or not, but in my head, that's a cool as fuck spot. So Douglas goes through, and then Sabu just stands up on the edge of the balcony as his music plays, strikes his pose as, is it Haka Blues or Hookah Blues? I'm going to say it's Hookah, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Douglas is just destroyed in the ring, and Sabu celebrates, and as Douglas finally comes to his feet, kind of just rolls in the ring and sits there and looks up at Sabu, and just looks defeated. The franchise lost fair and square, back to back, and Douglas accepts it. You know what I mean? He nods a little bit, looks up at Sabu, and leaves. And the fans continue their attention on Sabu, the victorious maniac, I guess to say. That's the best way to describe it. Without saying much else, Sabu wins, and he's on to more different things. More different things? I guess that's the best way to put it. Overall, good stuff. Let's see what the show gets. The show gets a 69C+. We're up in 7 regions, as per the usual. There's Carol Midori. She started out in JWP back in 89, but would move on to LLPW in 92. Yeah, you know, all those great companies. You remember those, right? I remember those all the time. Excuse me. Nope, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? But yeah, we get the conclusion of the Shane Sabu angle. Andre Baker won a title. I don't know what the fuck that is. But we get the conclusion of the Shane Sabu rivalry as Sabu comes out victorious, and we get the opening, I guess, of the 5. Jesus Christ, Chuck Norris! I don't think you're even a wrestler. And we get the opening of now a bit of a ongoing thing between the Hardy Boys and the Stormtroopers. I don't really know what I was checking that for. We're still making a lot of good money. We're up about another 5K. Our ticket sales are doing great. We're gonna make a lot of money this month. I have a really good feeling, especially with our amount of workers down so much. But I feel like that'll go up. But it doesn't matter all that much because overall, we're gonna make some money. We're gonna make some good money. I have that feeling. You know what I mean? I've got that good feeling. Nothing else can be said. Moving forward, our next event will be House Party, yeah? Yeah, House Party, which is in about a month. Yeah, it's exactly a month, I think. Yeah, as of next episode, it'll be a month. So we'll have week 3, week 4, week 1, week 2, and then House Party. That show will probably look to do the tag match between the New Era and Sandman and Dreamer, because I need to do that match. And we'll also maybe have something to do with the World Champion. But we might hold off on that to kind of give that tag match its moment in the sun, if that makes any sense. We would also have the TV title match next month, just letting you guys know. Or we could do it on a TV show. Kind of depends on what I'm feeling or how big I want things to be. We might just do it on a TV, because that seems like it would be pretty impressive. Or at least something, you know what I mean, that could pop a decent rating if it was the main event or not. Because a lot of you guys seem to be behind Guido. Where is he here? Yeah, a lot of you guys seem to be pretty behind Guido. I kind of murdered him popularity-wise. I think, right? Did I murder him popularity-wise? No, I think his pop's gone up. Yeah, well, it's gone up now. He basically hasn't moved pop-wise. But he's kind of been left behind, as everybody else has kind of really raised their game here on the roster. Something that somebody asked a little while ago was to see the top 10 matches. I didn't know if he meant our top 10 matches or just the top 10 matches in the world right now. So I think we'll check out both. How do I do that again? I think I go like this. No, that'd be Payment's top 10 matches. I think I go like this, top 100 matches. So our best match is still the handicap between the New Era and the Sandman. Our second best match is when Rob Van Dam beat the Sandman at Hardcore Heaven. Our technically tied for that is Jerry Lynn retaining his world championship by beating Bam Bam Bigelow. Then we have Tommy Dreamer defeating Rob Van Dam. Bam Bam Bigelow defeating Shane Douglas, I believe, to become number one contender. If that lines up properly in my head. Dreamer beating Rob Van Dam to kind of keep his career intact at Heatwave last month. Then we have Regal defeating Sandman in the build-up to Heatwave. Douglas beating Bam Bam to retain his title at Living Dangerously. Sabu beating Douglas on TV. That big redemption match. The match that just happened last night, Sabu defeating Shane Douglas. Steven Regal defeating Tommy Dreamer at Hardcore Heaven when they were doing their one-off matches. And Jerry Lynn becoming world champion. And you can see some of the other ones there that were kind of close, but not quite close enough. And then we'll check out, I think you can do top 100 matches of the entire world, can't you? Is that not a thing that you can do? How would I do that? I don't know how I'd do that, actually. So I'm assuming he meant our top matches, but we could check out some of the Feds as well, if we felt like it. Why not? Okay, matches. They've got a 100A star when Shawn defeated Austin at Unforgiven. This is when Austin redeemed that loss and became champion, Michaels beat Mankind by countout, was super hot. Michaels beating Undertaker over the Edge was super hot. Michaels beating Taker No Way Out was really hot. Taker defeating Triple H at the Rumble was really hot. So was Shawn beating Vader at In Your House. Shawn defeating Taker at the Rumble. Triple H defeating Taker on a Raw 2 months ago. And Austin and Vader beating DX by DQ earlier this month. Which actually would have been like last week, which is pretty cool to see that, like, things are getting that close. And then if we check WCW for their top 100 matches, DDP beating Bret Hart 2 months ago, Bret Hart defeating Sting 2 months ago, Sting beating Bret Hart in January, Savage defeating DDP in April, Bret Hart defeating Luger in February, Bret Hart defeating Mysterio in March, Sting going to a no contest with Hogan in April, Scott Hall going to no contest with DDP in January, Scott Hall defeating Mysterio in 2 months ago, and Hollywood Hogan defeating Sting on Spring Stampede in April 98. So as you can see, WWE has a lot better ratings of terms of matches, but I don't think they're even rivaling, like, remotely the attendances. Let me see here. 39,000 compared to the Feds. Whoops, wrong thing. Compared to the Feds. Oh no, they're about the same. Interesting. That's cool. But anyways, yeah. They're about the same pop-wise. The battle's heating up. You can see Vince's pop right there. About like 78, 79. And Bischoff's pop is about 80, 70. I'd say about 80. So WCW's just in the lead, probably, in the Monday Night War right now. But overall, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see what happens between these 6 episodes of Hardcore TV, which I'll have to switch here. But yeah, if you want to see what happens in between those, you can follow my Twitter. It's at the top of my banner on my channel. You can go follow that if you feel like. It'll make you feel good inside, or maybe it won't. I want to show you guys the rating that last week's Hardcore TV got. We got 29 viewers, pretty much 39K viewers. Which is down, but that's understandable, because these 2 shows were kind of disappointing. But our TVs are going to influx, right, compared to, like, weeks where we have really big matches and weeks where we kind of have normal shows, you know what I mean? We're going to have an influx of different types of shows, but really, overall, I'm very happy with this show. Very, very pleased. And next time I see you will be another episode of Hardcore TV. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Silly Tuck, signing out.